What's poppin', y'all? This is Deidre with One Shot Game, man. You already know what time it is and how the motto go. You get one shot at life, but a lifetime to learn all the game you need to succeed and live a long life. This video, I just had to run it by my supporters real quick. It's not gonna be too long. It's gonna be kind of short. You know, I have a lot of supporters on my YouTube channel. I need comments. I need answers. Please make sure that you guys like, comment, share, and subscribe this video because it is very important to my heart, not necessarily my mind, because my mind can turn it off because it's not my business and people are going to do what they want. But on my heart, because of the simple fact that I have a younger brother that was killed due to, violence at the age of 17. Doing something that his mind was probably in, but I know for sure his heart wasn't, just because we were not raised like that. But when your mind is finessed into thinking certain things, sometimes it's a lot easier to do something you don't want to do because you're looking for the end goal. But anyway, enough about me. I've been watching some videos about some of these young little boy rappers out here right now in this day and age. Now, this is something that's just on my heart. We're going to beat people. People are going to do what they want to do. You know, my brain knows how to look the other way because that's not my business. But at the end of the day, if you have young boys on the internet, on, their personal social media sites as young as 14, 15, 16, smoking weed, showing lean in their videos, dissing ops. Like, how in the hell do you have an op at 14, 15 years old? Like, that just doesn't make sense to me. And us as adults, not necessarily his mom or not necessarily his dad, but us as adults, we are not saying anything to these kids. We're basically kind of like condoning the behavior. Nobody is saying anything. And then the crazy part is, we all know in this day and age that it's a darker side to success. And so a lot of these young kids are signing record deals at these labels based off the fact that they are doing this type of music that comes with a hefty price. You always got to be on guard. You always got to be watchful. You always got to be aware of your surroundings, because it's going to be somebody that already doesn't like you because of your success. But then again, you're a young kid who is dissing people, as in these people being your ops because of the simple fact that, you know what I'm saying, you could be from whatever gang you're from, and because of that, they have ops, and then they have ops. Like, make it make sense to me, because it doesn't. I'm not understanding how a 14, 15, 16 years old kid has an op, somebody that clearly just doesn't like them for whatever reason. You're still a kid. You haven't even had a chance to grow up and live life. So in my mind, the reason why you guys may have ops is because you guys are in these gangs that's associated with certain people that, have rivals of other gangs, and because just the gang affiliation is the reason why you're targeted. Rest in peace to Nadi Osama, but that boy was 14 years old. You seen a rival from a different gang. You and your friends decided to go after this boy, not realizing he had a weapon, and you end up dying at the age of 14 years old. Like, really, from a motherly perspective, because I am a woman, what really did this rival of this boy that's 15 from this gang really do to you? I don't think anything. He was just a rival of a different gang. And because you're portraying, a certain persona for these rap lyrics and these rap songs, Go after this boy, not realizing he's also a part of a gang and has a weapon. You get hurt and you end up dying at 14 years old with the op, as you call it, mainly just being someone from a rival gang. No beef at all, really. So you lost your life because of that. There's no one as an adult, males, or you know what I'm saying, even women, that's coming together and telling these kids, like, there's no opposition. You guys have no ops. You guys are going after the wrong thing that's going to create a whole lot of destruction and animosity that comes behind what you guys are doing against people that have no beef with y'all. But since you guys are portraying this image and acting this certain way and saying what you guys are saying, it's going to come with that. It's people really out there, should I say, men and women, but mainly men, that really stand on business when it comes to that street shit. You know? And they could just be jealous because you're up and coming and you're successful. You're dissing people and you're in a gang, and because of your success and being at a young age, and the fact that your mind is clouded by drugs, from syrup to weed, at any point, if you're not surrounded by the right people, you can get caught slipping. And being that you're a young kid, your life be over as fast as it started. Because it is grown people that's older than these kids that have, rose into success in their life, ended right when their success got started, solely because of and their background, their lifestyle, and how they live. Now, again, this is coming from a hard space, not my mind, because in my mind, I know that due to the lack of mom or dad, they probably outside in the streets, smoking weed, drinking. Everybody has done it. And to them, they're glorifying that life for whatever reason. My heart is kind of like, dang, we losing kids at a young age because no one is stepping up and saying, you know what, that's not cool. You shouldn't be having ops or dissing people in your songs. You know what I'm saying? It's a way you guys can make songs without having to diss people, because some people have less than y'all because of your rise to success, and now they're hell-bent on making you guys their ops just because you guys are successful. And now you got to watch your back and worry about everywhere you go and everything you do at such a young age. You guys are up and coming right now, at teenage years. Like, it's adults who's rooting for that, encouraging that, and you guys are becoming successful. But you don't want to not make it to 21 and achieve all the things you want to achieve because you're making reckless choices. Like, it just it's sad to me, because I know for a fact that I have a daughter. If one of my friends or another adult see her doing what she's supposed to do, and don't encourage that. Come holler at her mom. Like, look, this is what I seen. This is what's going down. I don't think that's okay. But because of the fact it's a lot of broken adults in this day and age, none of us are speaking up for none of these kids. We basically are condoning their behavior. And it's crazy because the fact that a lot of the adults come from broken homes and are, living off of government assistance or not making a lot of money, now we're pushing this image because it's the success and the money that come with it. And I don't knock it. Everybody wants to go from broke to successful, broke to having money. I get it. But why not change the image? Why promote that? You get what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not putting none of these rappers down. I'm all happy for you guys. I'm successful in getting money and making it from the mud to success. I salute y'all. But again, they have rappers like Little RT, who's 9 years old. This little boy is in the strip club with grown women, cussing, all that. Like, really think about it. It is an adult or someone that's hell-bent on damaging other people for their own gratification. If he is at some point not protected or around the right people, what do you think is gonna stop a person from trying to get in there somewhere. Like, by promoting that image, you're basically raising him faster instead of having him keep up with the speed limit that he's supposed to keep up with. And I don't knock anybody. It's not anyone's fault. I'm just thinking to myself, like, what the heck? Granted, he's not smoking weed or, you know what I'm saying, drinking or nothing like that. But due to the lifestyle he's living and the image he's portraying, how long do you guys think it will be before he starts doing that? Because that's what he's going to be surrounded by. Nobody's saying nothing. We completely think that this behavior at this age is okay. But we want to be sad and hurt when the death comes behind it. That's just, to me, is just insane. It is like really mind-boggling to me how us as adults promote the behavior for the success, but we don't like the results that come with it, because it's a price to pay for everything you do in life. And this is, again, just coming from a hard space and being a mother and seeing young kids die solely because they think they have ops, engaging in altercations and beefs because in their mind they think they have ops. You don't have ops. You're still a child enjoying life. But if you create those ops by getting on rap songs and rapping about people, and you're becoming successful and those people might not be successful, you're now creating those ops because they want the life you live and you're talking about them. Like, make it make sense. There's nobody older than them that's telling them, listen, you might not want to rap about that. You might not want to get yourself involved in that. And because a lot of the adults surrounded by them come from broken homes and not having money, then we let them go out, these young kids, go out and sign these record deals with these labels that basically know the setup that comes with that. They know what comes behind these kids rapping about having ops and, you know, the thug lifestyle and the gang culture and all that. They know. They know. It's probably one of two things: either dead or in jail. Straight up, like that. Like, they know. And it's highs and lows that come with success and being successful. So it may be a point where you get to a low spot, and if you're not taught exactly how to invest your money and you become broke or something like that, you're going to make a risky choice, and you're going to risk your success and your fame. Or somebody's going to catch you lacking from the opposite rival gang, quote unquote, and next thing you know, it's over with. And again, these are kids. These are kids. These are kids, man, that are not even making it to grow up and live a life, whether successful or not, because they're talented in rapping or whatever, but they're dissing people. They're portraying an image where now they have to actually do what they're talking about. A lot of videos that you see, rare footage of people, of these kids in the studio making tracks, and you can clearly see, like, they on camera, they got ops and, you know, smoking weed and toting guns, but when they're not understanding the fact of them being recorded, they're just regular kids. And as adults, we all want to be successful and make it to the top, that we're actually promoting this. We're actually not saying anything. We're actually letting this behavior be okay until someone dies. I'm just saying. And my heart space goes out to kids that have lost their life at a young age without even a chance to be able to grow and live an old life because of the lifestyle they are leading, or because of the lifestyle they're portraying in us as adults, you know what I'm saying, or not saying anything. And I understand that some of these people that have these kids are still kids. So it's kids raising kids. So we don't really know how to say anything about their lifestyle because we still kids as well. But still, it's like nobody wants to see their kid in a casket. I don't care who you are. Nobody wants to see anybody in a casket. It takes the life out of living, and it really hurts people's souls. But once they are gone, you can't bring them back no matter what you do. I just hope that at some point, us as adults, us as parents, us as people, start to understand and acknowledge the fact that if we do not want to see these babies in these caskets at these cemeteries, one of us got to step up and speak up and start understanding that we have to say something about the way that they're living. If you are a mother or a father, like, it is something that you can say or do to these kids to get them to understand. And yes, it's going to be a journey, especially if they're outside wilding, doing whatever. But if you really stay strict and stay stuck on what you are preaching and adamant about it, it won't be long before they start understanding and getting the picture. You're going to have a few slip-ups. They're going to get upset. They're going to get mad. They're going to challenge you, especially if you ain't been putting your foot down. But if you want to save your child from being up in a box, I think it's time that we start letting them know you can be successful and talented without ops, without being in a gang, without rapping about thug stuff. You guys are just kids. There's no way you can possibly get me to understand that you guys have any type of ops in any type of way. Most of y'all in y'all videos, before y'all became successful, y'all on the street corners with y'all friends at the store, drinking sodas and, you know what I'm saying, eating chips and stuff. How in the world you mean to tell me y'all got an op? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. We all are talented. We all are gifted. We all are meant to have success. But it is a way that you can go about it. Let these kids know that you can gain success and get your family out of poverty without having to worry about getting yourself killed. It's a way to do it. It's not what you do, but how you do it. And that's just coming from a heart space. And I'm just one person, and everybody in the world is still going to do what they feel they want to do. And that's fine by me. It doesn't bother me. But I know that at this current day and age in my life, I want to construct my daughter down a certain path. And that means I have to stay dedicated to what I'm saying and my boundaries on this little girl. And trust me, them being a human, like, they're gonna fight it, they're gonna resist it, they're gonna push against it. It's only normal. Us as adults, we do the same thing when we don't like change or we don't want to do something. But the more you stay focused on making sure that you want to achieve some certain results out of it, you can instill that knowledge in them. And resistance might come through the whole journey. That's just something you gotta accept. But I do know that the more you stay dedicated and practice something, the more it starts to become incorporated into your mind and the way you live, and you start to put that into your brain factor when you make choices and decisions. Want to see my baby as a teen mom, or, you know what I'm saying, or, you know, doing certain things that can disrupt her quality of life. Now, I'm you know, hard. I love my baby. If anything happens in her life and she need me to be there, I'm gonna be there, straight up, you know. But at the same time, if I can break a certain cycle of not wanting to see certain results, all I can do is try. And you have to have some type of boundaries about yourself. You have to have some type of, you know, love and dedication about yourself. A lot of people want to say, you know, you got to be about your kids. Okay, that's cool and everything, but as a parent, for any parent, if you don't love yourself enough and take care of yourself enough, how can you be able to take care of a kid? You can't. It's a difference in having a kid and raising a kid. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you pour into you as a human, as a parent, mother or father, so that you can be able to pour into your kids. Because we're growing up in a society now where the ability to learn adult things is starting at a younger age. So that means we need to get on the ball. We need to, try to pave a different way. Most of the time, these kids don't have anyone showing them a different way. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because you can't really control anybody. People are going to do what they want. The kids are not. So if they have two roads to take that's leading down the same, set of circumstances, it's always a third road. But if no one is showing them the third road of doing things the right way, they'll end up taking these two roads that ultimately end up in jail or death. When there is a way out, you do not have to end up with those two choices. A lot of us are broken, and so we can't show them the third way out because we still trying to figure the way out for ourselves. But it's a lot of content on YouTube. It's a lot of, information out there. It's a lot of things to watch. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe to this video, this channel. I'm just tired of seeing people die, especially young kids. And I know, some wisdom my grandma taught me. The one thing that's guaranteed is birth and death. And I'm well aware of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm a very intellectual, strong person, and I know that's what comes with life. But at the same time, some people can't handle it, and when a death happens, it breaks them down and they can't seem to move forward in life. So if we can possibly prevent that, why not start somewhere? It is a third way out. All they need is someone to show them. You can become successful without basically planning your life for death or going to jail or having to watch your back all the time. It is consequences that come with success and money, especially if you've been broke before, and everybody knows that. So again, I'm just here to spread the word. Death is hard for any age, any person, but especially when it comes down to these kids. Us as an adults, you know what I'm saying, should be healing ourselves and loving ourselves so that we can help these kids see that it's the third way out. Otherwise, kids as young as 8 gonna have ops. Now, where does that make sense? You already know what it is. It's Deidre, and I just told you. Please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it.